Back like we never left. BDA, yes, in the building. What's going on, guys? One Piece 803 review. Now, this chapter was unexpectedly good. Okay, I expected after the hype we got in the previous chapters for this chapter to be lackluster, mediocre. All right, but it ended up being a great chapter, right? So let's start from the beginning, okay? And um, hold on. 1 second, guys. These technical difficulties here. Okay. Okay, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, from the beginning, it's Bartolomeo and his interaction with the crew. He's obviously about to leave the crew, and he's worshiping the Sunny because they finally saw the Sunny. So that means that Sanji and the others are confirmed to be on Zoe, right? So they see the Sunny and they notice that it's not no scratches, so it's pretty much intact. And my thought was, how did Sanji and them? How did they get up on the actual island? And can Frankie fly? I don't know, but they're on Zoe. Okay, it's official. They're on Zoe, and we're gonna miss Bartolomeo, man. He's leaving, and his interactions with everybody is we've come to love them. Like he's calling the Straw Hats crew Holy Spirits. Okay, and for the reaction, I did the Manga Panda version, but for this review, I'm using the manga stream because that's typically the better translation. But Bartolomeo's leaving, and Luffy finally acknowledged him somewhat, and he felt that. He's like, I feel that, bro. Thank you so much. So that was a good start to the chapter. You know, the meat of this chapter, or the best part of this chapter, that I think was Dragon. Obviously, I didn't expect to see Dragon. I expected for us to this whole chapter to be about them getting on Zoe and figuring out a way to do that. So that's what I expect from this chapter. And we ended up getting Dragon, man. So Dragon's interaction with Koala, right? Because Koala's already there, and Dragon is, praising Koala, saying, "You know what? I'm glad you guys got this done because throughout the globe, the tides are turning and our forces are winning." Okay, and that just shows the stranglehold and the effect that Doflamingo's trading with his illegal arms and weapons. That's the effect it had on the overall outcome of this war that we're having. Okay, so we're winning the battles now, so that just shows it's starting to show. Okay, and he's saying that let's not let our guard down though, because Cypher Pole has gotten stronger, a lot stronger, over the past couple of years. And we saw Lucci in Cypher Pole a couple chapters ago. So now, who else is in Cypher Pole now? If they've gotten a lot stronger, and what is the reason for them getting a lot stronger? So those are the questions I was asking myself. But what really annoyed me with this chapter was the fact that the first thing Dragon asked Koala, or the first person, was about Robin. And what's his name? Koala kind of threw the alley, and he just wanted him to catch it, because she said, if it wasn't for Sabo and Luffy, blah blah, this wouldn't happen. Oh, sure. How's Robin? And I'm just like, this mother. Like, how can you say that? Like, I get it. Sabo already gave you a breakdown of what happened and what transpired between Luffy. On the Manga Panda version, it kind of made it look worse than it really was, because he said on the Manga Panda, it said that I'm tired of Luffy or something of that nature. On the manga stream, it said, oh, Sabo already told me. So it's a lot better that way. When he's like, and he kind of seemed nervous when he talked about it. He's like, Sabo already told me. So maybe he's trying not to get his subordinates involved with his family stuff, because it's like he's trying to keep that at a distance and not really involve those guys. But Sabo, he technically is family, so he couldn't avoid that one. Okay, so he said you already talked to him about it. Now, Dragon's relationship with Luffy, that's interesting, because we don't know how he really feels about Luffy. We don't know if he supports his movement of him being a pirate. We don't know, anything about Luffy's mom. So Dragon's relationship with Luffy, there's no relationship. Like, Luffy didn't even care that he had a dad or not. So, that's just showing like where they are in their relationship. Now, I don't know. Saying they saw Sabo training, I did not see that part. I don't know. Maybe I missed it. I'm just looking at it really quickly. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh man. So yeah, Sabo is training his fruit, right? Sabo is training his fruit right now, and that's epic, because we never really see One Piece characters train their devil fruits, or train at all. We see Zoro always training, and we have those dedicated chapters where they show training, but we never saw someone actually train. So this is good. This is really good. The next part of the chapter was kind of hype, because we see the Blackbeard pirates, for the first time after the time skip, and we see Shiryu, we see, what is it, Lafitte? Excuse me. We see Lafitte, and we see Burgess. Okay, Krusty Burgess, or Burgess right now. Okay, he's a stowaway, and the ship that he's stowed away on was a revolutionary ship. Now, okay, someone commented and said Sabo takes an L for not noticing, and I agree. How did you not notice that Burgess is on that ship? But I mean, Sabo did not leave the island on the ship, though, so he kind of gets a pass. He went with the crows, so Sabo gets a pass there. But do you not check the ships after they dock? Like, are you still in the process of doing that, or is this a trap? Does Dragon already know that Burgess is there? Because, come on, like, Dragon, because where the headquarters is, because Burgess mentions that I'm at the headquarters, it's all white, and the first thing that I thought of was Law's hometown, the White City, and due to Dragon's powers, maybe he made it possible for them to be there. So maybe Burgess is about to die, or he's gonna get that disease, because I'm thinking it's the White City. I mean, it's all white. I mean, I think the hints are there, but sometimes the hints are there and it's not what we think it is. So I'm thinking it's the White City. But Burgess, a stowaway, and he contacts Shiryu, and Shiryu is basically like, "Oh, you're still alive, huh? You made it out, bro." And he's like, "Come on, man. Now isn't the time. Can you guys just come get me, or just attack this place? We got a lot of weapons." And he's asking where he is, and that's when he lets everybody know that he found the headquarters, right? And it's setting up for Blackbeard versus Dragon, and I don't think we're gonna see that this soon. I believe that this is a setup, okay? That it's a trap to lure in the Blackbeard pirates, and they're probably gonna realize that it's a trap before they actually get there. Okay, they're gonna realize Blackbeard's probably gonna say, you know what? Let's not engage with the revolutionaries right now. Let's hold off, yo. The fact that we know where they are is great intel, but we don't want a war right now. I'm still trying to establish myself as a Yonko. I'm still a fairly new Yonko, the newest Yonko. So let's not engage with these guys. The fact that excuse me, the next part of the chapter though, was Conjuro and his dragon, and Robin's reaction to this dragon. And begs the question, is Robin in love with dragons? Because Dragon asks about Robin, and then Robin, her eyes light up, because Robin's eyes never light up for anything. Okay, Robin's eyes light up for this ugly, poorly drawn, looks like it's suffering dragon, and and it's like, yo, is she in love with dragons? Did Dragon hit it first? Zoro Senpai, Zoro Senpai, I'm sorry, but Dragon, that's the first person you asked about. So more than likely, Dragon was spending a lot of quality time with Robin up there on the Revolutionary Army ship. Okay, so that was basically just for the chapter. Oh, before the chapter ended, it shows that something was coming down at Luffy. I heard that it's possibly Kaido. That Kaido is like, yo, everything that's falling out of the sky is not going to be Kaido. Okay, but I mean, I guess based on what we've recently seen, the logical thing to think here is Kaido is just going to be just dropping out of everywhere. Maybe that's his quirk. I don't know. Um, I don't know. It could be one of the Straw Hats. It could be a random Mink Man. And if it's a Mink Man, okay, maybe this is a Mink Man that joins the crew. It could be Beppo. We don't know, okay, because we just see something coming out of the sky, and you can make speculations and assumptions, but we don't really know. But I think it's a Mink Man. Okay, that's what I think. It's a random Mink Man that they're going to find, and they're going to probably help because they're going to have a tragic story. And yeah, it starts. Maybe he joins the crew. Okay, maybe he joins the crew. I didn't want to be the first one to say it, but it had to be said. Okay, maybe we get a new Straw Hat this arc, because I feel like Zoro is going to be a fairly long arc, and then it's going to transition to Wano. That's what I'm thinking. So I mean, this was a great chapter, man. I didn't expect it at all. I think it's on break next week. It came out early due to a Japanese holiday, so no chapter next week. But it was so good. Get ready for the theories. Get ready for the terrible dragon theories. Get ready for all these theories that's about to drop. Listen, they have people out there with a lot of great theories, and I enjoy them. And the Theory No Me does some great stuff. One World, Alpha Too Late, those guys. But I'm seeing a lot of theory pages pop up, and some of them are like, yo, like, did you think about this, or did you just want some shit to say? Because I don't get it, bro. Like, this did not make any sense. But let me see. Look at the comments real quick. I get buckets. He said Jimmy Butler equals Dragon. Ron equals Blackbeard. Ha 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 ha. Z ha 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 ha. Very funny. Very funny. Jimmy Butler, yo. He's not up there, yo. He has some time. Burtis is dying and still salty. He is salty about Sabo because he calls Sabo, what do you say, that vile Sabo or something like that? So he's definitely still salty. And Zoro's going to take Dragon's head off. You're right. If Dragon finds out that, if Zoro finds out that Dragon has been chopping down Robin, it may get serious, okay? So Dragon may need to lay low. But the fact that we're going to get all the heads of the revolutionaries gathered, we're probably going to see them, okay? We're probably going to see who these guys are. Maybe it's somebody we've seen before. What if Aokiji's there? What if Rob Lucci is a part of this? We don't know who the heads of these revolutionaries are. I believe it's going to be someone we've seen before. What if Magellan is a revolutionary? I don't know, man. Like, it could be anybody that's a revolutionary, because a lot of these revolutionaries are inside jobs. That's what they're doing. They're infiltrating from within. Okay, that's the most effective way to do it instead of a full-scale war. So exciting stuff, man. I would say, it's a perfect chapter. The stuff with Luffy was perfect. Bartolomeo, Dragon, Blackbeard. Now, would Dragon be Blackbeard? Nobody knows. Dragon is assumed to be a top tier guy. We haven't seen much from him. Blackbeard, we know, is a top tier guy because he has 2 devil fruits. And based on his past, and we know more about Blackbeard, so we can definitively say that Blackbeard is top tier. But Dragon, I mean, more than likely he is. Garp is epic. Luffy is epic as well. So how can Dragon not be top tier, right? So yeah, man, it was a great chapter. Predictions for next chapter. I believe we get the Zoe. We're not going to get no more of the Dragon and Burgess stuff right now. We're going to get some more of the Zoe stuff. We're going to find out what's falling, and we're going to finally get on top of the elephant, and we're probably going to see the Straw Hats. That's probably what's going to happen. So yeah, guys, let me know what you thought about the chapter. We think it's going to happen. What's falling? Is it Kaido? I don't think it's Kaido. But do you think it's Kaido? What do you think is going to happen? Blackbeard versus Dragon. Is it incoming? I doubt it. Just let me know your thoughts, man. And again, like the video if you did. Comment, subscribe. You got that One Piece greatness. You gotta love it, yo. But yeah, that's it for me, dog. Rock out.